Hi there, this is Ken Larsen from Smart House Electric, shooting today from the brand new nice Basque tanning in Clackamas by Portland, Oregon. And I want to give you a review and a couple of insights on the Ergoline Passion 40/3 Turbo Power. And the first thing I just want to, it's a really nice looking unit, very beautiful, has the look of a big bed without a doubt. In this salon here, this is the entry level that they have chosen, and very nice feel to everything. This is kind of a touch pad where now it's not activated because the time hasn't been sent to it, but you choose the features sideways here between the facial tanner and body cooler, and it has the music option on this bed here. There's amplified, so you can take music in and turn it up and down here, and also there's a possibility for hooking up your own MP3 music. So really nice looking machine. 400 watt facials with a glass reflector, which is quite something for this size tanning bed. Between the facials there's some extra stimulants of UVB with some little spaghetti lamps, something that Ergoline has found out that this is giving a more a nicer tan. So the canopy is all 160 reflectors and has a very nice decor light. It can be activated by holding down the start button, and the decor light you can set also to be on at all times if you want to do that. It's a 15-minute tan, and so the bottom has 120s versus the 160s in the top. The ballast system is all choke ballast system, the most common used of all, and so you do have to be sure that you get your voltage within the 230 volt range to have the best performance of this machine. One thing, there's a little bit of a tease in these machines, is if you need to get into the compartment on them, and I want to show you that right now. So I already started taking out some of the screws out of the base acrylic, and at the same time you can see how you access the lamps. So we're already taken off at the other side, and these have to come completely out. These four. And the next thing you do is you push towards the back, and you can lift the front up. And these couch up here. Oh boy. Beautiful. Okay. And then these covers here lift up. And then they come out. There's like a little pin here, a little screw that goes down in this hole, so you gotta lift up in there to get it out. This up there. Same thing over here. And now you have access to the lamps. So a tiny, not too bad, pretty commonly, but to get to the compartment, that's what I want to show. Here in the front, in 5 positions, the same Allen key fits into a screw here, and that has to be loosened up. Just some, maybe 6 or 7 turns, so that it's loose. And then you do that all the way over. 5 positions this way. And while I'm doing that, I just want to explain one thing. Now this is a flat acrylic, and this is actually a newer model than some that's out there of the Passion. And you want to make sure that you have the flat acrylic. And if it's an older model and it has the contoured acrylic, that you get a kit for this machine that has a support here in the middle like this one does. The first ones did not have that. And being a contoured acrylic was raising up a little high. Once you push it down, it will lift and it will come out of this groove here and could actually nip people. So something to be aware of. Plus the wear on the contoured acrylic by having not much support had a tendency of wearing out very, very quickly. So something to be aware if you're out on the used market looking for these beds. So now these are all loosed. It's holding a bar that actually holds this front end for us to access the component tray. So you have to lift up and off. Here, another thing to be aware of is that the alignment of this box is very hard to get right at the install. And so many times these screws here can be a little funny to get in and out. So be ready to have a T, for these Ergolines, have a T that you might have to really have to tighten hard on these to get it back into position. On this install here, we really paid a lot of attention to getting this box in very straight, so I think we're gonna be okay as far as that. But we might have to play a little with this towards the, once we get this lid back on, to get this back on now. And what I'm gonna show in here is how to adjust the canopy, because you unfortunately have to access this area. Oh, very important. Here is the breaker for the power on this unit. So in case you have to reset it, or for some reason the power is off on the machine, this could be because this one is off. So this sits behind that panel. A little bit of a hassle. Since we also have access here, why don't we take a look under here? There's the intake filter on one side here, underneath. Excellent. And then there's also one on this side. And then one here on the side of the compartment tray for intake filters. And it's important, really important to keep these clean, because airflow is incredibly important. It cannot really be compensated with air conditioning. If you cool down your salon too far to compensate for bad airflow, what happens is that you cool down the machine very, very hard, and it might actually have a hard time starting the lamps, and then it heats up too fast, and so it will become a really, really hard life for the lamps, and your lamp life will be very shortened. Okay, so open up here. Here we have all the goodies. Here's where you adjust the spring, and like any other tan bed, make sure that you adjust the same on both sides. So you have even wear and tear on the springs. And let's just loosen that up. Alright, so what we gotta do is in the bottom, there's a couple of almost hooks here that fits into these holes. And then it slides down into the front. Like that. Push it in at the bottom. And then you can expect it from the side. That's kind of hard, but make sure that it's all the way down into those hooks that we saw in the beginning. Start in the middle and I hold it down at the front, and then I just tighten it as hard as I can, actually. There we go. And then next, all right, and we can put our compass back on. This can tease it a little bit like it is right now. There we go. Same thing here. First all the way on, and this one came in just nice and quick. A classic mistake. Make sure that you got this serial number here on the opposite side. So right now we actually have this acrylic facing the wrong way. Here we go. There we go. And we push it forward to the groove and get it screwed in. And then I always move to the other side, get those two in, and then that one to get them lined up. Last thing I want to show is actually all the way in the back here. So if I can grab the camera just for a sec. Thank you. All right, down here by the side is our actual timer, and basically working like a 3/8 timer with a little bit more parameters, but I will get into that some other time. It is a timer designed for Ergoline. And inside of this box here, where you see the display, is the all-included digital brains of this operation, all built in together. And they have been known to have some weaknesses as far as the durability. It's something you should expect to probably have to replace. If you have a couple of these, one of these displays will probably go within the first 2 years. So that's it for here. Thank you for watching. See you next time.